Jill Dando was one of Britain's biggest TV stars when she was shot dead on her doorstep just after 11:30 a.m. on Monday, April the 26th, 1999.
There's something collapsed confidentially. It looks like it's Jill Dando.
That woman has been identified as Jill Dando, the television presenter.
Her murder remains unsolved. 25 years on, a Daily Mirror investigation has found that CCTV of a man police wanted to question, who we have called Man X, matches the features of a Serbian Secret Services assassin. The smartly dressed man was pictured shortly after the shooting, acting suspiciously on the gunman's suspected escape route. A facial comparison expert has now found a number of similarities between Man X and the Serbian double-convicted murderer, Milorad Ulemek. The Mirror can now also reveal that detectives on the Jill Dando case waited nearly a year before they began searching for a man who a key witness said she saw running for his life from the murder scene.
I was absolutely certain. And there was no doubt. It wasn't like, oh, I think it's him. It was definitely him.
Since this interview, the key witness has identified the man she saw running from the Jill Dando murder scene as ruthless Serbian assassin Milorad Ulemek. Reacting to the recent Mirror investigation that compared similarities between Man X and Ulemek, the witness said, "It's him." Asked if she was sure, she added, "Yes, I've no doubt. I'm a bit rattled. It was a long time ago, but I can remember faces from years and years back. I'm bad for remembering names, but I'm good with faces. I think I need to speak to the police." On the morning of April 26, 1999, Jill Dando was spotted on multiple occasions shopping on CCTV, before making her way home to her address in Fulham. At approximately 11:30 a.m, she walked to her door at 29 Gowan Avenue. The killer approached from behind and she was shot in the back of the head, killing her instantly. A suspect is then seen by neighbours running towards Fulham Palace Road. At approximately 11:37, a man is seen almost getting run over by a small white car. He then runs along Fulham Palace Road in the direction of Bishop's Park. A driver then sees a man running for his life. At around the same time, a Ford Transit driver screeches to a stop as he travels south. He narrowly misses the man, who runs across the road and into Bishop's Park. At approximately 11:40, a witness sees a sweating man in a dark suit at the bus stop outside of 389 Fulham Palace Road, shortly before a number 74 bus picks up the sweating man at 11:46. He asks for Putney Bridge Station. Then, at approximately 11:55, the sweating man gets off the 74 bus at Putney Bridge Station. Finally, at midday, a man in a suit is captured on CCTV in Putney Bridge Station. According to a witness statement in May 1999, a man is seen going through the ticket barrier. The witness says it is the same man she saw running along Fulham Palace Road.
I was absolutely certain. And there was no doubt. It wasn't like, oh, I think it's him. It was definitely him.
Police files show officers had images of the man, known as N6814, 2 weeks after Jill's murder, and he was identified by the witness within a month. But records show it was not until 2:13 p.m. on April 7, 2000 that Action 8990 was issued, calling for the individual to be traced, interviewed and eliminated. The witness was told about the delay for the first time this month.
I absolutely gobsmacked. Oh my god, are you joking? That is absolutely shocking. How did they expect to even begin to try and find somebody that had been seen a year previously? That's crazy, you're never gonna. That's crazy.
The female motorist, who was asked to remain anonymous, was one of 4 witnesses who described seeing a man in a suit sprinting up the Fulham Palace Road in the direction of Putney Bridge tube station shortly after the murder of Jill Dando. Detectives said that he fitted the description of a sweating man who got on the 74 bus on the same road a short time later and was heard talking on a mobile phone. The female motorist said she realised she might have seen something significant on the day of the murder when she got home from work.
I said to my mum, oh my god, I was there. I was in Fulham today. And then came in, sort of watched a bit more, sort of watched some of the news, and they said about a suspect or somebody they were interested in that had been like fleeing. Had anybody seen anybody fleeing the scene, or dressed in dark clothing, with, and gave a brief description. And I said to my mum, "Oh my God, I actually think I might have seen that person."
In her first statement, given the next day, the woman said she was driving north up the Fulham Palace Road when she saw a man running for his life on the far pavement. Files show that a month later, on May 24th, she was asked to return to look at CCTV stills from Putney Bridge tube station.
Looked through, oh my God, it seemed like hundreds. There was like lots and lots and lots of people. It looked like it was at a tube station, at a kind of ticket machine. Saw the person that I saw running up the road, identified them, pointed them out. He didn't really sort of say anything, and I left.
She got a call later that afternoon asking her to come back the next day. The woman said she was shown the CCTV of travellers passing through the ticket barriers at Putney Bridge tube station.
Looking through, lots and lots and lots of people again. Saw the person and was like, that's them. Then it kind of got a bit shocking. So the guy goes to the barrier, looked like it had like a travel card or something, put it in, walked through the barrier, walked about 3 steps maybe, stopped dead, looked straight up at the CCTV camera and walked straight back out the tube station. Looked very, very bizarre, really stood out, looked very strange. I said to the police officer, oh my God, have you actually seen this? Have you seen this? Have you seen what this guy has kind of done? Like, rewind it back, look at this. This is like weird. What's going on? He was like not interested, very dismissive. He was like, yeah, we've seen all that. He just really wasn't interested. I was like, okay, nothing much I can say to that.
The records show that the witness saw the man enter the barriers at 34 seconds past 12 and walking back towards the exit at 36 seconds past. But the next mention of N6814 in the files comes nearly a year later on March 15th, 2000, when a CCTV image of him is published in an internal police magazine, the Police Gazette. Rather than timed at just after midday as the images were in the statements in May 1999, the man is now timed as being in Putney Bridge Station at 11:53 AM. This would have made it difficult for him to be the man seen getting on the 74 bus, as police said in May 1999 that he exited at Putney Bridge Station bus stop at approximately 11:55. It is a 2-minute walk from the bus stop to the station. A Met inspector said in a statement in July 2000, due to a number of reasons including the difference in appearance from earlier description given, the timings and also the actions of this person, it was decided not to issue this picture to the media. The Mirror has tested the route to see if the 11:53 arrival time at Putney Bridge tube station was possible. We know the sweating man got on the bus at 11:46 AM and the 11:55 AM arrival time at the bus stop is an approximation. We took the 74 bus from the same location on Fulham Palace Road at around midday on a weekday this month. It took us around 5 minutes and 30 seconds from getting on the bus to entering Putney Bridge tube station in moderate traffic and with one stop in between which let passengers on. This means that, if the updated police time of 11:53 AM was in fact accurate, the possible escape route was still achievable. The Met Police provided no comment when we approached them on the change of timings in regards to the CCTV. It comes as the Mirror recently revealed that a facial comparison expert has found no differences between the features of N6814, Man X, and Serbian convicted assassin Milorad Ulemek. But certified forensic video analyst Emi Polito, who gives expert evidence for the police, could only give limited support to them being the same man because of the poor image quality. However, the witness who saw the running man and linked it to the CCTV at Putney Bridge Station said when seeing an image of Ulemek for the first time, it's him. I'm completely and utterly adamant that is one and the same person that I saw run down the road.